Hello and welcome, my Taurus collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Welcome to your timeless true love read, your path of true love read for December 2020, or timeless, obviously timeless. Whenever you come across it, I am your reader, Markangela Lyons Mal for short. Professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Joining the Circle Productions, the Archangel of Lions, Markangela Lyons, but you can call me Mal. Yes, and I am a Virgo. Hello, my fellow Earth signs. Oh my God, we have to stick together. We have to stick together. We're the only sane ones of the zodiac, right? At least it's 1/4 of the 12. Stain, welcome back, my Taurian subscribers and friends around the world. I have a lot of Taurus friends around the world. Some who know me from my work on Long Island, some who have met me doing this stuff on YouTube and the internet for the past 4 or 5 years. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for your love, your support, your backup, right? Your likes, your subscribes. Every time somebody likes a video, it just changes the math on things so more people get to see it. It gets recommended to other people. So please do like. And if you're new to the channel, do the same. But if you like me, if you like the way I read, the work that I'm doing, please subscribe, comment, and all the YouTube-y stuff. There is an extended reading for this. There is a link in the description box below for it. That's over on VIMEO.com. Once I get 30,000 subscribers, I will be able to do the membership thing, and then I will have the extended readings here as well. You pay one price per month. You know how that works. Sort of like Patreon, but the YouTube version, which sounds great. You know, whatever works, however I get there, whenever I get there. I'm 52. I don't care. I'm just going with the flow and doing what my gods tell me. Which brings us to this reading, right? It's a path of true love read. This reading is all about you, right? Your hero's journey, your healing path, your spiritual journey through the lenses of your relationships, romantic, sexual, familial, friends, work, you know, every relationship you have, tribal, one-on-one, your relationship to spirit, all that kind of stuff for a specific time period, though timeless, right? The month of December 2020. But it is a general read, so please take what resonates, leave what doesn't. You're getting 13. Oh, there's my blue jay. It comes and screeches at me, and the cats through the window. Does he hear? What I have to put up with in my working environment, I love it. I'll call HR, except I am HR. So let's get up in this gig. You're getting 13 cards in this part, the YouTube-y part, and over on Vimeo you get a crap load more. We're doing just a basic Celtic Cross with a couple other cards thrown in to clarify, and then in the extended on Vimeo, I'm going whole hog, man. That reading will not be done until I say it's done. The Aries reading, the extended reading, went 50 minutes. Come on, it's $5, right? You're getting your va-va-voom, and the way I have it set up on Vimeo is that once you rent it, you have unlimited views. So you buy it, but unlimited views for all of time, or until I or Vimeo ceases to be, right? So let's get up in this gig. Follow your breath. All the cards that I'm reading, there are 10 decks of cards on my table here, of which we're only going to be using 4 for this part. So check out the description box below. There are links for all of them. Give credit where credit is due. There's some other cool stuff in there you might want to check out about the path of true love and all that jazz. Let's just do this. That's enough exposition for me. Is it enough for you? I hope so. Breathe. That's the business in the front. Now here comes the party in the back. All right, my collective pantheons of angels, goddesses, gods, ascended masters, and the higher selves of all involved. This feels really good for the Taurians. Please, one card, Caroline Mace, Archetype Card. What is the dominant archetype they are dealing with on the path of true love within themselves, within another, within a situation, however that plays out? It's a general read, right? So this could be them. This could be somebody that they're dealing with. Could be a family member, a lover, or an overall situation. What is the dominant archetype at play on the path of true love for this Taurus collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, December 2020, or timeless, the goddess archetype? I can't believe it. Aries, I think, got the same card. I don't write that stuff down. No, they got the eternal child, right? I did like 3 videos for Aries yesterday, and 2 of them did not work. So it was, by the time they got to the 3rd one, they were the eternal child. That's how it works sometimes on YouTube and with technology. The goddess archetype, whether this is you, somebody else, or the situation you're in, the shadow attribute, exploitation of the female nature and form. Now, what exploitation means in that way in terms of the female nature and form, like It's a goddess archetype. But if this were the mother archetype, what is the exploitation of the mother archetype, right? Getting someone to, making them do your laundry when you can certainly do your own, right? That kind of thing. This is a little bit different. The female nature, the feminine nature and form exploitation. So if be careful if you identify with this goddess archetype that you're not exploiting yourself. And exploitation is a shifting scale for different people, right? Depending on what's at stake. Garbage man. It's a very busy afternoon here in Holbrook, Long Island. The light attribute, though, the feminine expressed through wisdom, nature, life force, and sensuality, which certainly lends itself to a more romantic thing. Certainly if you're a goddess archetype wanting to partner with a god archetype, right? Now remember, this isn't about bodily gender. We all have, everybody has 12 archetypes in their Chronos chart. Read Sacred Contracts by Carolyn Mace, right? 4 of them are the survival archetypes: child, victim, saboteur, prostitute. There are 8 other families. You get 1 from each, giving you 12, right? Sacred Contracts is a wonderful book, a real game changer. Check it out. But now let's get down into our actual Celtic Cross spread using Daughters of the Moon Tarot. And I'll tell you right now, this is more your inner experience with these cards. These cards are blessed and consecrated to the divine yin, the yin force, the goddesses, whatever you want to call that, right? The ultimate divine feminine, half the universal energy. So this is more about what's going on inside of you on the path. In the extended read, I use the Mythic Tarot to look at what's going on outside, right? The yang force. So take a nice deep breath. Let's see what you're going through here. Breathe. I have a feeling you'll know pretty quickly whether or not this is your read. Please, my goddesses of Taurus and the element of Earth, Demeter in particular, who I associate closely with the sign of Taurus, Mother Earth, the feeding Earth. Please, Celtic Cross spread, 10 cards for this Taurus collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign on the path of true love, December 2020, or timeless. What is the card that covers them, that represents them? Okay, well, you're off to the races here with the Trickster card. Half of the Devil card in this deck. This card does not have a traditional Devil card because it is a feminist deck, and that is patriarchal symbolism, the idea of the devil. But still, this is the Trickster, which has very ancient roots and all sorts of different shamanic traditions. Coyote woman, you usually think more Native American, right? The Trickster says right on it. So either you're being sneaky, tricky, or the universe is really saying that right now you are in a place of being tricked, but it's major arcana. I don't feel like it's necessarily someone deceiving or tricking you as much as the universe itself is, right? Prestidigitation, sleight of hand. Here, look over here while the universe puts something else in place. Sometimes different than the Six of Swords, that sort of like sneaky energy. This definitely has a feeling of a rite of passage where you kind of know you don't know exactly everything that's going on. And there's a trust here in the divine. Are the chains of pain and fear going to hold you back? Or are you going to take the adventure anyways? I know this is a trap of some kind, but my soul is telling me to move forward with this, right? Sometimes the universe has to go around the world to make us go around the corner, right? And it's just the play of it all, the trick of it all, divine timing and all that stuff. So we'll clarify that throughout this reading, and certainly that's one card down. What is the cross? My goddesses, what crosses them on the path of true love? December 2020, or timeless? Well, success, all right? Six of Pentacles, not just the equal give and take, but really success under handicap. So even if you feel handicapped, right? Yeah, that's the direction the cards would lay on the table if I were reading them that way. Then the coyote, it's not going after the success, but it's sort of like crossing the finish line. Like there may have been things withheld from you. And again, of course, this could involve other people on the path of true love for certain. But I don't get that right now. I feel like this is more between you and the divine, right? On the path of true love. I mean, what's the point of the hero's journey of anything unless there are lies, illusions, deceptions, and delusions that we have to grow through? Just how it works, particularly in relationships. What's at the core, my goddesses, please, for the Taurus collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, Hecate, your opposite sign of Scorpio. Now, this is a court card, but it speaks again of secrets and hidden emotions and things that are occluded. In the third position, if you like the subconscious, right? The stuff that you're kind of sort of aware of, but the deeper you go, the more you find, right? So maybe there's some self-deception in here. you know, there are plenty of times where the divine has tricked me into believing something that was inherently not true in order to get me to something that was true. Break chains of illusion and set all things to right, reveal what has been hidden and bring the truth to light, particularly if you want true love, right? So already we're looking at a true love read here, right? On the path of true love. We got the trickster card. So that speaks of something not true, but it's major arcana. It's just different. And with Hecate, goddess of witches, queen of the crossroads, the Scorpio card, now this wouldn't be somebody in your outside world because number one, it's the third position. It's what's going on in the core of the situation. Second of all, it's daughters of the moon. So, oh, you got the lovers. Well, at the bottom of the deck, this does feel like there is a sexual tension here. It does feel like there's something deep and emotional going on here. With that Six of Pentacles, there have been handicaps. But it feels like you're moving forward with balance and success. I mean, it says it right on the card at the bottom. Success, right? Neato, peachy kino. I mean, that, you know, that Scorpio energy. It's other people's resources. It's all that 8th house stuff, money, sex, power. You know, all the stuff you have to exchange with other people in a power dynamic, but there's something hidden here for sure. And I think if you check your gut deep, you'll know it. I mean, you're a Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus sign. Scorpio is your opposite sign. So if you have any Scorpio placements, you might want to check in on that. What's behind them on the path of true love, please, my goddesses? 3 of Pentacles, you've really been establishing a solid foundation, right? I love to see an earth sign with an earth card. In the past, clay woman, it's still mutable, right? She's sculpting the clay. It hasn't gone into the fire yet to become pottery, but she takes what she has, what's practical, right beneath her feet, the dirt itself, and sculpts it into something beautiful and serviceable, durable, right? Very second house in terms of the life value. So you've been building something of value inside of yourself, even if it has an external manifestation. But it feels like all of this is with this trickster. It's all just kind of like a setup for something. That 3 of Pentacles leading into, well, now the 6 of Pentacles, really, it's the even numbers, the 4 and the 2. The 6 will be what's before you on the path. So we're going from a 3 of Pentacles, you double it to a 6. So depending on how long you've been doing this internal stuff, you know, you can even say that you're in a place of internal breakthrough with that 6 of Pentacles because it's these cards. Yet something is still hidden, or there's a trick being played. Please, what crowns them on the path of true love, December 2020, or timeless, sort of the immediate future, that what's coming in right now? You got a lot of pentacles here. The 5 of Pentacles, earthquake, a physical change. Now, not major arcana. I would say this is the minor arcana version of the Tower to an extent, but it's quick. It's earthquake. 10 seconds worth of high Richter scale earthquake does a lot of damage, right? So this could be the shattering, or you being shook, maybe by the truth, maybe by something being revealed, but there's definitely something that quakes you on the inside coming relatively soon relative to this trickster, right? Because we look at the odd numbers, we've got the 3, the 1, and the 5, right? That vertical trajectory. Scorpio, the trickster, and earthquake. Yeah. Something's shaking you. I feel like intuitively you know what's going on here if it's being hidden from you. But as you contemplate it, it's like, it's almost like it's too much. It's too much change too fast. It's too much to take in all at once. And yet there's great inner breakthrough for you if you press on. At least that's the opportunity available to you, right? What crosses you, whether or not you will take it, that direction, that choice or not. What is before you on the path? Yeah, my goddesses, what's before them? So this would really be what comes after that 6 of Pentacles in the 6th position. What's before them on the path of true love, December 2020, or timeless for my Taurians. High Priestess, secrets continue, but stronger emphasis here with the major arcana card of the High Priestess, right? On your own intuition, on your own spiritual practice, on your own being a channel of the divine. This is the maiden of Maiden, Mother, and Crown Granted. It's the goddess Isis, who was a maiden before she was a mother, but in this deck, the maiden is the High Priestess, the Empress is the mother, and the crone, Kaliak, is the hermit, right? So there is something here about your innocence and about your purity and about, you know, not just what's important to you as a Taurus physically, but perhaps your own connection to the divine is being talked about here in some way, shape, or form, where you're what is a priest or a priestess? I was a high priest for decades. I was an elder. Technically, I'm still an elder. I don't care. I'm no longer affiliated with any covens. Never again the coven times. I'm done. I did my time. Decades, at least 20 years, 30 years, whatever. They are channels through which the divine works. So secrets might be revealed to you, but it's going to be revealed this way more than this way. Does that make any sense? Right? It's more like your alignment with your secrets and your internal work. Great breakthroughs here and deep secrets inside of you too. Right? Let's see. Let's keep going. I don't want to sum this up without the last 4 on the table. And plus we've got 2. We've got a Whisper of Love and a Healing Mantra card so that you have something to work with, right? Not just this tarot information with a goddess archetype. And remember, you are the goddess archetype, or you're dealing with the goddess archetype here in the shadow or light. So what's the lesson? My goddesses of Earth in the sign of Taurus, please. What is their lesson on the path of true love, December 2020, or timeless? It's all about relationships. Your lesson may come in the form of a Libra. This is the Libra card, ordinarily be seen as the King of Swords. This is Skadi, the North Wind, and the North Wind changes everything, right? So there's a lesson here about balance. Now, this could be an actual person, but I wouldn't pay too much attention to their sun sign. If they have Libra placement somewhere, great. If that clicks it in for you, if that's like a sign. But overall, it feels like the lesson is here about you being in balance. You do have this 6 of Pentacles thing going on inside of you, or that opportunity to balance that, and it feels like that's part of your lesson too. I mean, it's an air sign, but it's ruled by Venus, right? So there is love, there is romance. It's 7th house, marriage, partnerships. Yeah, the legal aspect of it as well, like business partnerships, friendships, but one-on-one, right? We're not talking about tribal dynamic here. This could very easily be romantic. It could be that feelings are really being hidden here, and there's some sneaky stuff going on here. Secret, secret, secret. Secret, secret. You got a secret? Kill Morigato. Comment below if you know what that's from. My Gen Xers, I see the age range of the people who it's millennials and Generation Xers fucking love me, and I love you too. What does this look like from the outside? My goddesses, how does the world see this Taurus collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign on the path of true love, December 2020, or timeless? Juggling like crazy, right? The bull leapers, 2 of Pentacles. These women who had, this is, I think, the precursor to the running of the bulls of Pamplona, Spain, where these women, these acrobats, they would like release the bulls into the ring, and these women would run at them, literally grab the bull by the horns and flip over them, which very well may be where that term came from. I don't know. I do not know. I am a cunning linguist, not linguist. There's something here that the world sees you. Well, they're moving forward. They may not be all the way there. Left foot, right foot, left foot, right foot. So you're showing some stability here, but definitely a sense of juggling, maybe even a little bit of a player if you're juggling more than one person here. Like, then that really clarifies that trickster is possibly being you, pulling a little sneaky on the path of true love. I mean, it's all scripted. It's all part of the divine plan. But there's something very, very secret, but that goddess energy here, really make sure about that exploitation of the female nature and form, that you're not being exploited or exploiting someone. Destiny, difference between fate and destiny is like the difference between lead and gold. Will you suffer your fate or manifest your destiny? My goddess, please. One card in clarity, their hopes and fears, their fate, their destiny. What is their destiny on the path of true love? My Taurian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, December 2020, or timeless. Victory. It does come through a passionate moving forward, a galloping forward, right? Victory. The 7 of Flames, which is different than the 7 of Wands in traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, right? Here, instead of seeing that fighting things off, maybe a bit defensive, here there is community, there is moving forward, there is a galloping, there is a sharing. These women are riding on horses, but the horses are galloping on cooling lava. So there's a whole undercurrent that you cannot see below the surface, moving in the same direction that they are, while they have lightning in their hands, right? So this is a little bit more fast motion, a little bit perhaps. The 8 of Flames in this deck is burnout, which is like that wildfire. This is that galloping sort of like, yo, we got this, right? We're moving forward. So your destiny comes as a result of doing that. And by the way, I do want to just point out not so different, right? How the world sees you and what your destiny is seems very similar in terms of that active balance, right? And forward momentum, right? That's so cool. I love this deck. Last card down of the tarot, and then we'll get you two more. I'm not just gonna let you loose with some narrative. I'm gonna get you some clarity and guidance here. Now we're seeing what's what, at least on the inner. Breathe. My goddesses, what is the most probable quantum timeline outcome for the Taurus collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs dealing with this goddess archetype in some way, shape, or form on the path of true love, December 2020? Please, what is their outcome for this? The Star, there's definitely guidance, there's definitely grace, there's definitely hope and wishes and things calling you forward. Look, is that the manifestation of that? That's what's going on inside of you, right? That internally, and I'll put this together once the last two cards are on the table, you've really been working for something, but there's something sneaky going on. I don't know if it's you or somebody else, because this is a general reading. If you were sitting on the other side of this camera talking to me directly, I could find that out, maybe, if the gods don't want you. No, because if it's a trick, how much can you really subvert a divine trick to get you to be where you're supposed to be on time, so to speak, in terms of your soul's evolution? But there is great hope. There is great light. There is great guidance. There is a wish, right? You're wishing upon a star here, and that inspiration is pulling you forward. All right, it doesn't say that you manifest what you want, because that's all internal, like I said, and I'll put all this together. But first, Whispers of Love Oracle, the voices of the higher selves of all involved, which means you and anybody else who might be involved here. Now, people like to talk about the signs. Honestly, the only signs that are showing themselves here, because they are written on the cards, are Scorpio, but again, this is internal, in the internal position, right, the core of it, and the Libra in your lesson position, which certainly could represent a person, but it kind of feels like more like this is about your relationship lessons in general. So the higher selves of all involved, please, one card in clarity for the Taurus collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign on the path of true love in December 2020, or timeless, please. Like attracts like. Careful with that trickster. If you are longing for more love in your life, you need to be more loving. So I do see a lot of reserved energy here. Well, I mean, even the Three of Pentacles inside of you, it's really working hard on something inside of yourself to establish a foundation you can build upon, right? But then we've got the sneaky coyote woman, and then we got this Scorpio hidden in your gut somewhere deep down at the core of who you are. And yeah, and then even the High Priestess, which speaks of secrets here. So a bit of withholding, but I'm going to say with the High Priestess, you can send love through prayer. You pray for somebody. You know, the difference to me between a spell and a prayer is a spell, you really need somebody's permission. Otherwise, you're violating free will. But praying for someone and sending them love and grace and healing, it's not for them. It'll bounce off and go to somebody who needs it. That's just the way it works from what my gods explain. So like attracts like. Be that goddess. Even if you are dealing with a goddess archetype, beat them at their own game, so to speak, and really be that nurturing life force, goddess, maiden, mother, and crone, all in one place, regardless of gender, right? To be a generator, a channel of divine love, particularly as that priestess, you might just be more in maiden phase than mother or crone, which all three have their benefits and all three have their detriments, just like everything else in planet Earth. Okay. Last card down, Healing Mantra deck. Card from Matt Kahn, the Healing Mantra deck. There he is. Hi, Matt. You know, I have an older brother named Matt, but Matt Kahn's younger, so he feels like such a little bro to me. I'm like, brah. I love him. His work is genius. Breathe. My Ascended Masters, please. Masters of the Path of True Love, please, one card in clarity. What is the perfect healing mantra for this Taurus collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs on the path of true love, December 2020, or timeless with this goddess archetype and like attracts like? Rewriting the subconscious. The more I embrace feeling good, the less often I will feel bad. That's wonderful. Considering the subconscious stuff that's going on here, that's a really lovely thing. This is saying it's giving you something to do to bide your time while things play out here, because there are obviously things beyond your control here, particularly, You know, even if you are the trickster, this might not all be in your control. And if the trick is being played on you by the divine, that does make sense. That you have the opportunity to rewrite your subconscious mind to an extent. Now, check the phrasing of this mantra. I like it because it's easier to remember. The more I embrace feeling good, the less often I will feel bad. Doesn't mean you're never going to feel bad, but I get it. When the subconscious is rewritten, you're able to feel good on a regular basis, regardless of the way life unfolds. And that's why it might be a little tricky going on here for you. In rewriting the subconscious, you reverse the gravitational pull of conditioning. Think about that, the gravitational pull of conditioning, right? The stuff we were born into, the stuff that is not of the soul, it's just of society and what's happened along the way. So to reverse the gravitational pull, that's pretty huge. The pull of conditioning, to become more familiar with the virtues of goodness. As goodness becomes more known, the opposite vibration of negativity can become a less frequent visitor in your reality. This mantra is ideal for relieving guilt, something to think about with that tricky, even if it's somebody else's guilt you're holding them in, releasing shame and finding joy in new beginnings. And I do feel like you are preparing for a new beginning with that star card in the future. So rewriting the subconscious. Here is your mantra. The more I embrace feeling good, the less often I will feel bad. It's pretty good. So let me give you the blessing here. Take a nice deep breath. May the Taurus collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs be blessed with all that they need on the path of true love, December 2020 or timeless when they're watching this, to alchemize this goddess archetype from exploitation of the female nature and form to the feminine expressed through wisdom, nature, life force, in sensuality, as they get that like attracts like, and that the more they embrace feeling good, the less often they will feel bad, because they are in a situation here where there's something tricky going on, but there's a huge potential for internal success, even if it's self-sabotage, right? Even if that coyote is their own self-sabotage, or they've been sabotaged, or they feel sabotaged, or they're being sabotorial towards someone or something else, that there is a huge opportunity for balance and breakthrough here. Going deep within themselves, maybe doing shadow work, embracing those hidden Scorpio energies inside of them, their own secrets, because you're as sick as your secrets. But with that Three of Pentacles, there's been a steady building of an almost solid foundation here, and now moves from the 3 to the 6, so that they have that forward momentum, that success, though an earthquake is coming in out of the blue to shake them in some way, shape, or form, whether from the inside or the outside. And some of that is absolutely being kept secret. And may they keep their intuitions close to their chest as needed, as they're learning about their relationships, one-on-one, marriage, partnerships, legal, friends, otherwise. But for the world, may they see them as the balance, as they take to their victorious gallop towards destiny, following their star, and really getting clear on what it is that they truly hope, what it is they truly wish for, what it is they truly desire, and maybe even manifesting it for their well-being and for the well-being of all. So motivate. And so it is. There's your reading. If you want, jump over to Vimeo, and we will clarify these with what's going on the outside. You'll get an angel, you get a Chuck Spezzano Love Pet card, a Kuan Yin Oracle, a Blue Angel Oracle, and the new Crystal Oracle by Tony Carmine Salerno, which is really great. It's very simple, but that'll most likely be the last card down. But I will tell you this in this extended reading, it ain't done until I say it's done. Otherwise, please do like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and comment, share my work if you're feeling to do so. Remember, one like that you give to any video ups the numbers, so other people, it will be recommended to them. So please do. Otherwise, wishing you the very best and the very blessed of the path of true love, December 2020 or timeless when you're watching this. Hail, farewell, and blessed.